Greetings and salutations, everybody. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. You're watching Raven Review. I'm your host, Raven, and today we're going to be talking about the last book of Chuck Winding's Star Wars Aftermath, Empire's End. So this book is like all over the fucking place. So if I lose you guys in the whole plot thing, I apologize. It's just how the book is written. Like always, there are a bunch of little sub-story plot kind of things going on here in this book. So if you didn't like that in the previous two books, it is still prevalent in this book. So yeah, don't want to tell you. Sorry about that. It's this guy's writing style. So we still have our band of misfits, which is Nora, Timid, Sinjir. We still have Jean Barrere or something like that, and the bounty hunter, who I always forget her name. I think it's like Jazz or something like that. I always forget her name. I don't know why. And Mr. Bones. So, like I said, the book is kind of like all over the fucking place. It is like, there is not like really one main story going on, because the main story is all the stories going all at once. You've got Nora and her mission to basically to stop Ray Sloan. She goes to Jakku. She does get captured, pretty much by the Empire and stuff like that, and is thrown into like some kind of weird, like slavery kind of thing. I think the bounty hunter Jazz and stuff like that. She goes down, and there's some weird like, I don't know how to describe it. The plot just twists, and somehow she ends up with Ray Sloan, and they get enslaved by the Hutt that's on there. I don't remember the Hutt's name. I know she's like Jabba's sister, and that's all I know. That's got this weird cult thing where they worship her or some shit, and she convinces her this Hutt to basically go over to the military base that the Empire has on Jakku. Meanwhile, we have Gallius Rex convincing Hux, the actual original Hux. What's his name? I always forget the original Hux's name. It's like Bronson or something like that weird. About how he should take children at a very young age to make them soldiers and stuff like that. Even if you have to like take the stormtroopers' children's and stuff like that and give them an initiative to actually have kids where they can become soldiers, and it's all whacked. And it's the beginning of the first Empire kind of thing going on there. Eventually, Timmy comes down and convinces everyone to like bring their forces, that everyone is still on Jakku. The Empire has escaped to Jakku. He eventually convinces everybody of this. So Mothra and Leia and all them, they all do that, but there's this giant like barricade of ships and stuff like that they can't get through. There's all this weird other shit going on. Nora eventually gets to the actual Empire base, gets into a fight with Sloan. Brenton dies, and meanwhile, Galerius Hex has like opened this weird like warp dimension kind of thing to basically like blow up the entire planet, which we find out which was a plot from the beginning that Palpatine wanted to do, because he's been being groomed by the Empire, Emperor Palpatine from the very beginning. We didn't know that he had this little kid that he's been teaching from the very beginning. We always thought it was just Vader, but no, Gallius Rex is also a student of, Palpatine, but he doesn't know any dark side forces or anything. He just knows weird like rituals and shit like that. So, he is eventually killed, and Sloane escapes with Hux into the unknown regions and stuff like that. Unfortunately, Mr. Bones does get killed, saving Timid. So does Jean. Jean gets killed with Jazz. Well, Jazz doesn't die, but he saves Jazz. And it's just kind of all over the place. This story is like this emotional roller coaster that just, it's like a pinball machine. It just pop, pop, pop. It just hits you and smacks you all over like some weird abusive relationship. It's all over the place. And that's the best way I can describe this story. I'm sorry it sounds all whacked and all over the place. Just trust me, it's a good book, which brings me to my rating. I'm gonna rate it this.
Fuck it.
Which I know it sounds a little bit lower than the last book, but it's just because the book is just so like kind of all over the place for me, or at least it was. It actually took me a couple times to actually read this book. I had to read it actually like about 4 times to actually get what the hell was going on, because it's just so, it's all over the place, like I said, and it's kind of like just out there, and it's a good book, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's the best book out of this 3-book series of Aftermath. I don't, it's just not the best out of the 3. It's kind of all over. If I had to rate all 3 like from best to worst, I think the best is probably the middle one, which is Life Debt, and then I would say the original Aftermath, and then I would say this, being down at the bottom. It's just I don't know, it was kind of all over the place with me for this, like I said. And I know I said all over the place like I don't know how many times, but it's just yeah. So definitely check out the book if you want to hear the conclusion of, or read the conclusion of Aftermath. It, like I said, it's a good series. It's a great series. I think it could probably translate over to film pretty well. They'd probably have to cut a bunch of weird other shit out of the book, but that's fine. But it would be interesting to see this as like an actual, like maybe movie or something like that. I don't know. So, like always, don't forget to give someone a hug. May change their day, may change their life. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you for watching Raven Review. Please remember to push the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you know when a new video has been posted. Also, don't forget to like or dislike the video you just watched. Then you can be an awesome person by sharing this video with all your friends on your social media networks. Have an awesome-tastic day and thanks for watching.